Liv Morgan grabs attention with, "I'm ready for marriage again" comment before Raw. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Liv Morgan has a way of drawing attention even when she isn't trying to, and this week proved it again. Ahead of WWE Raw, a simple social media moment turned into a full conversation after reality TV figure Jordan Kelner, known from Netflix's Love is Blind, left a bold comment under one of her posts. His line, "I am ready for marriage once more," instantly caught fire and sent fans into a spiral of reactions. Morgan didn't respond, at least not publicly, but the timing added fuel to the buzz. She recently returned to action after months away, and every appearance since then has reminded people why she connects so strongly with the audience. Her comeback at Survivor Series reopened the door for fresh storylines, and moments like this one show how much attention she naturally commands. A surprise interaction that caught everyone off guard. Keltner's comment carried a confidence that stood out from the usual stream of fan replies. It wasn't vague flirting, it was direct, almost like he knew people would talk about it. And they did. Wrestling fans, reality TV watchers, and casual social media observers all jumped onto the thread, turning a small interaction into a running headline before Raw even began. Then, Morgan has become one of those WWE stars whose presence goes beyond the ring. Fans don't just follow her matches, they follow her energy, her style, and the way she carries herself online. This little spark from Keltner arrived at a moment when she already had momentum behind her, which made the entire exchange land even louder. As for her personal life, Morgan has kept everything close to the chest. She stays focused on her work, her matches, and whatever story WWE places her in next. "I am ready for marriage once more." Liv Morgan attracts popular star ahead of WWE Raw. Liv Morgan's popularity expands beyond WWE. The Judgment Day member recently attracted a popular star from outside the world of professional wrestling. She got a flirtatious message from Love is Blind star Jordan Kelner. The former Women's World Champion returned to in-ring action after 6 months during the WWE Live Holiday Tour. She wrestled Lyra Valkyria in a singles match last night at a house show in Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. Morgan marked her in-ring return with a win over the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. After the show, WWE shared a video of Liv Morgan making her entrance before the match. The Instagram post caught the attention of popular author and Netflix's Love is Blind star Jordan Kelner. He wrote a comment stating he was ready for marriage once more. "I am ready for marriage once more," Keltner wrote. You can check out the Instagram post by clicking here. Check out a screenshot of Jordan Keltner's comment below. For those unaware, Jordan Kelner was part of Season 9 of the Netflix series Love is Blind. He got engaged to Megan Wallerius on the show, but Megan called off their wedding in the finale, citing differences in lifestyle. Keltner also has a son named Luca from his past relationship. It will be intriguing to see if Morgan responds to Keltner's comment. Liv Morgan had an argument with fellow stablemates on WWE Raw. On the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, Roxanne Perez wrestled Bayley in a one-on-one contest. The Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez tried to get involved and accidentally cost the Prodigy the win. The chaos further escalated when Liv Morgan pulled Rodriguez down from the ring apron to tell her off. It allowed Bayley to capitalize and score the win over Roxanne Perez. Things got worse for the Judgment Day as a massive backstage argument broke out between the female members of the heel faction later during the show. It remains to be seen if the Judgment Day finally implodes after so many months of teasing. 7 Time, WWE Champion makes in-ring return after 194 days. A multi-time WWE Champion just stepped back into the ring after almost 6 months away, and she didn't waste a second making it count. Liv Morgan picked up a much-needed win in her return match against Lyra Valkyria at a WWE live event, ending a long stretch without a victory that dated back to April. For the last couple of years, Liv has been one of the anchors of the women's division. Earlier this year, she was holding the Women's World Tag Team titles with Raquel Rodriguez and seemed to be hitting her stride. But everything went sideways in June. During a match with Kairi Sane on Raw, Liv suffered a shoulder injury that forced her completely off the road. What looked like a small setback ended up keeping her out far longer than anyone expected. Liv Morgan's comeback moment. She finally made her big return at Survivor Series War Games, showing up during the chaos and helping Dominik Mysterio grab back the Intercontinental Championship. That moment proved she was healed, but fans still wanted to see her actually wrestle again. Tampa got that moment first. Liv walked into her match with Valkyria looking determined, and when her hand was raised at the end, it felt like a full reset. Her previous win had come in NXT months ago when she and Raquel beat Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan, so getting this one meant something. Fans have been loud about wanting her back, and judging by the reaction, they're thrilled to see her competing again. A healthy Liv Morgan shifts the entire energy of the division, and it's clear she's ready to pick up right where she left off. Away from competition, Liv shared a warm holiday message on Instagram that got a lot of love. She posted a set of Christmas photos with the Judgment Day, all wearing purple Santa hats. Since JD McDonough couldn't be there in person due to injury, they cheekily photoshopped him into the shots. Her caption tied it all together with a simple holiday wish from their family to everyone else. Reality TV star openly flirts with Liv Morgan. It appears that WWE superstar Liv Morgan is winning not just the fans' hearts, but also those of other stars outside of the Stamford-based promotion. The Judgment Day member returned to the promotion after a long hiatus at Survivor Series War Games, immediately showcasing her deceptive ways by tricking John Cena to help Dominik Mysterio pick up a much-needed win. This allowed Mysterio to regain the WWE Intercontinental Championship, which Cena had taken from him after their previous encounter a few weeks before on Raw. Despite her return last month, Morgan has not performed in a televised match, but returned to in-ring action when she defeated Lyra Valkyria at a live event in Tampa, Florida, during the promotion's holiday tour. However, she appears to have done enough to attract the attention of reality TV star Jordan Kelner, who was a part of Netflix's show Love is Blind. On a video posted by WWE on Instagram, Morgan's entrance showed her in all her glory. This caught the attention of Jordan Kelner, who took to the comments section of the post and left an openly flirtatious message directed towards Morgan, saying he was ready to get married again. Liv Morgan seems to have eyes only for Dominik Mysterio. The WWE superstar herself does not seem interested in anyone other than Dominik Mysterio. On the Survivor Series War Games post-show, Liv Morgan talked about how she had never kicked a man in the crotch before Survivor Series War Games, after she had done the deed to John Cena during his Intercontinental Championship match against Dominik Mysterio. That was the first time I kicked a man in the crotch, Liv Morgan claimed, rather matter-of-factly, as she looked back at the closing moments of the Intercontinental Championship out. Look at the acting. I was like, we're cool. See that? Look at the vigor. Bam. Right in the wee-wee, she said as she gave her iconic laugh. everyone calls John Cena the greatest of all time, and now Dominik Mysterio beat John Cena, who was the greatest of all time, and now Dominik Mysterio is the greatest of all time, Morgan added. Whether Jordan Kelner can replace Mysterio in terms of romance for Liv Morgan remains to be seen. Liv Morgan is back. Star returns to action during Holiday. Tour Liv Morgan has made her return to the ring. Last night, Morgan appeared at the WWE Holiday Tour event in Tampa, Florida. She defeated Lyra Valkyria. In June, Morgan suffered a shoulder injury in a match with Kairi Sane on Raw. The injury required surgery. WWE Star confirms that she will never get in the way of Dominik Mysterio, and Liv Morgan. One of the most famous angles in WWE right now is the on-screen relationship between Dominik Mysterio and the former two-times world champion Liv Morgan. They have been working as an on-screen pair since SummerSlam 2024. Dirty Dom betrayed Rhea Ripley to team up with Morgan at the mentioned event. Mysterio was previously in an on-screen relationship with Rhea Ripley, but Liv Morgan started flirting with him when she was having a feud with the Australian professional wrestler. At first, it looked like Dom only wanted to stay with Ripley, but ultimately, he betrayed her and paired with Morgan. Roxanne Perez shares respect for Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Since then, this dynamic duo has been working together. They are one of the most famous on-screen couples in wrestling right now. Both of them are also a part of the faction, the Judgment Day, and after Roxanne Perez became a part of the faction, a large number of fans expected to see a love triangle among the three wrestlers. Morgan and Mysterio are working as an on-screen couple in WWE. But as of now, no such thing has happened. And Roxanne Perez recently made it clear that she never wanted to get in the way of Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan. She also shared her love for the duo. Recently, she spoke on the Going Ringside podcast, where the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion said the following: "They have been together since SummerSlam 2024. He's king of the luchadors. He's a double champ. I think that's pretty much all that's going on for Dominik Mysterio. He's got his Garita, Liv Morgan. He's got his best friends in the Judgment Day, me, Raquel, JD, Finn, so yeah. Me and him, Dominik Mysterio, have always been buddies. I don't know what people are trying to misconstrue in there, but we're just friends. I would never get in the way of him and his Garita," said the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. 2. WWE wrestlers featured in new Netflix. Teaser WWE's Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan are both featured in a new Netflix teaser video. The promo, which was released on Christmas Day, hypes that Netflix will be making an announcement on January 7th, 2026 regarding what's next for the streaming giant. It appears that date is when Netflix will be unveiling some of its programming for the new year, with Belair and Morgan included in the video as WWE representatives. WWE Raw is entering its second year on Netflix, and Season 2 of the docuseries WWE Unreal is also set to premiere in January. Another year has ended, but your future is on its way, Netflix wrote. So go on, we know you have questions. All you have to do is ask. What next? January 7th, 2026. The January 5th edition of WWE Raw will celebrate the one-year anniversary of Raw coming to Netflix. Branded as Stranger Things Night, the episode is a crossover between WWE and one of the most popular scripted series that Netflix has ever produced. Among the matches set for the show is a World Heavyweight Championship bout with CM Punk defending against Braun Breaker at the moment. Belair is still sidelined because of the hand injury that she suffered at WrestleMania 41. She is hoping that her broken knuckle will finally be fixed soon. A shoulder injury kept Morgan away from WWE programming for a good portion of 2025. but she was able to make her return last month at Survivor Series. WWE News Update on shoulder injury suffered by reigning Intercontinental Champion Dominik. Mysterio as previously reported, reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion and AAA Mega Champion Dirty Dominik Mysterio suffered a shoulder injury at the Triple Aguera de Titanes event on December 20th in Guadalajara, Mexico. Dominik reportedly injured his shoulder after taking a DDT from WWE Hall of Famer and his father, Rey Mysterio, during the main event tag team match featuring Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix against Dominik and El Grande Americano. It was said that Dominik could barely use his arm after the injury. Despite his injured shoulder, Dominik continued to work through the match and even took a Michinoku driver. Rey Mysterio then performed a 619, followed by a splash, securing the pinfall victory for himself and Rey Fenix. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, typically in WWE when an injury occurs, a doctor would come out to assess it. However, this did not happen during the match to avoid disrupting the flow. Meltzer also mentioned that Dominik was still in considerable pain the following day and needed to have his shoulder checked out and evaluated. Although Dominik appeared on the new episode of Raw that was released on Netflix 2 nights later, that episode was taped the night before, on December 19th, along with Friday Night SmackDown. CM Punk, Jade Cargill, Dominik Mysterio, and more react after new WWE Champion is crowned. Several current and former WWE personalities, including CM Punk, Jade Cargill, and Dominik Mysterio, took to social media to react after a popular SmackDown star won a major title. The name in question is Carmelo Hayes. After dethroning Sami Zayn as the United States Champion, Ilja Dragunov was putting in incredible performances while defending his gold almost every week on SmackDown. However, on the latest edition of the Blue Brand's show, Dragunov's performance wasn't enough to beat Carmelo Hayes. The former NXT star finally won his first major title on the main roster by dethroning Ilja as the United States Champion. Following this massive win, Carmelo Hayes took to Instagram to upload a couple of pictures flaunting his new title. In the post's caption, the star highlighted that his first title win on the main roster was seemingly delayed, but his time had finally arrived. Several current and former wrestling personalities, including CM Punk, Dominik Mysterio, Ava, Chelsea Green, Austin Theory, Ilja Dragunov, Kit Wilson, Grayson Waller, Matt Cardona, PJ Vasa, Apollo Crews, Megan Morant, Nikita Lyons, Kofi Kingston, and more, reacted to Carmelo Hayes' Instagram post with a like. Meanwhile, Jade Cargill, R-Truth, Karrion Kross, Kali Armstrong, the TKO Group, Kalani Jordan, Nia Jax, Mike Santana, Lola Vice, Natalia, and Rey Fenix left comments on it. WWE CCO Triple H sent a message to Carmelo Hayes after his massive title win. After Carmelo Hayes defeated Ilja Dragunov to become the new United States Champion, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H took to X Twitter to send a message. The game congratulated Hayes on the massive title win and wrote that there were big things on the horizon for him. The year isn't over until the bell rings. Congratulations at Carmelo _WWE on becoming the new United States Champion. Big things on the horizon. #SmackDown. It remains to be seen what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Carmelo Hayes' future as the United States Champion. Reigning WWE Champion reportedly suffers shoulder injury at AAA event. According to F4OneLine.com and Brian Alvarez, Dominik Mysterio, the reigning AAA Mega Champion and WWE Intercontinental Champion, suffered a shoulder injury towards the end of the main event at last Saturday night's Triple Aguera de Titanes event. he and El Grande Americano faced off against his father, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, and Rey Fenix in tag team action. Alvarez reported that Dominik injured his shoulder while taking a DDT from his father near the match's conclusion. Following the injury, Dominik struggled to use his arm. He indicated that we might not know the severity of the shoulder injury until further evaluation. If the injury turns out to be serious, it could jeopardize both of his title reigns. Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio won the match with assistance from Penta. After the bout, Dominik shoved Americano and walked backstage alone. A confused Americano then shook hands with Rey Mysterio before leaving the area as well. Dominik had regained the WWE Intercontinental title last month at Survivor Series War Games by defeating 17-time world champion John Cena, aided by his on-screen girlfriend